Hello, Kate here, mynaturalhappiness.com, creator of the Seeds of Change program to help you go from hamsterwheel to happiness, founder of Reading School of Reiki. I hope you're well and I hope you're having the most amazing time. I hope I inspired people last week with my honest video to know that no matter where you are, no matter what's going on in your life, there is always a solution, no matter how trapped you feel. And it's something that I feel so passionately about that I put my name to that. With the Seeds of Change program, we help people go from hamster wheel to happiness so that they can break out of the chains that they have been putting around themselves, because in the modern day world we like to put chains around us. And so I hope I inspired people. To follow on from last week, when we sort of can't see a way out, it can feel very dark and it can feel very scary. And it just feels, sometimes when people first come to me, they say that it feels like they don't know which way to turn and they don't know what to do, and they've just overthought everything to the point where they just want to curl up in the corner, do nothing and hide from the world. And I can completely understand that sentiment. I've been there, and every now and then I like to hide from the world. Without a doubt, I like to hide from the world. It's important though to know that if something in your life isn't working, then taking the brave step of changing that can be the start of a new chapter for you. And until you change that, you'd never know if it's the right thing to do or not. So just know that it's okay to hide from the world from a while. But just remember to keep peeping your head up above the parapet and seeing if there's any different ways and any ways of doing things differently. Because sometimes that's all it takes. And instead of making ourselves ill and and just worrying the entire time and sleepless nights, we can start to look for different options. Those who saw last Wednesday's video would have seen that I had one of these situations with a house in Wales that I bought years and years and years ago, and Universal Credit has made, to bring you quickly up to speed, watch last week's video if you haven't. Universal Credit down there has made an absolute nightmare because people haven't been paying their rent, and so I've been paying my mortgage for other people to stay in the house. And yeah, it's not the fun thing. So I've decided to turn it into a holiday cottage. Massive investment in furniture, etc. I wouldn't say gamble, because I did a lot of research first. It's not about just jumping, it's about doing the research and researching the options that we have available to us. And so I furnished a 3-bedroom house, and to bring you up to speed, so I decided when I sat and thought about it, is although it has been a worry that people haven't been paying their rent and I haven't been able to get them out of the house because of all the rules and regulations. It has been a worry, and it's been something I've been so grateful that my Hamster Wheel to Happiness, mynaturalhappiness.com, has been doing so beautifully so I could cover it. And at the same time, I didn't want to keep working to pay for roofs over other people's heads, because that's not what I want to do with my life. And so I decided to turn it into a holiday let, bring it up to speed. Anyway, so I decided that after doing a lot of research that it was going to be a different kind of stress. It may be stress, but it will be a different kind of stress, which is sometimes a breath of fresh air. It's like, right, okay, I now know that nobody has the right to stay in my house there past the time that they're renting it for short stay lets. And so if they don't pay, well, they pay up front. It's a completely different kettle of fish. So I decided that's a different type of stress, different type of moment, and it's been beautiful. So I took the leap of faith to sort of show you the very brief on the other side, and I put the advert live on Friday last week, and by Tuesday I already had the first 2 weekends in April. First 2 weekends it was available. It is available middle of April. First 2 weekends booked out. So it's early days. It's definitely early days, and it's already covering all the minimum payments for the furniture. Thank you, IKEA 0%, I will say, on their interest. So it's already covered that and the bills, which is perfect. So yeah, it's magical. It's magical. So so early days, and so far my leap of faith and trusting what the universe had to say for me, and trusting that the universe was telling me the right way to go, has paid off so far. It's very early days. Watch this space. I will try and remember to keep you posted. I'm hoping it's going to go into such a smooth background thing that it will just be one of those things that runs itself, because that's my aim to get to. It's interesting as well because the universe said to me to do this, and so I listened, and I kept thinking why, and I questioned taking a long-term let out of the local housing market, because I really was aware that that wasn't what I ever wanted to do. Social housing was always what I wanted to do, to give a little back to the community where the councils were taking away the social housing. That was my original reason for doing things, is to be, to serve really. And it was something that I was mindful of, and the neighbours have been so wonderful and fabulous about the fact it's now a holiday let, because they know that any nightmare tenants will be out in a couple of days rather than months. And the local community, the local school is being closed by the council, and I put feelers out for a cleaner and somebody to look after it down there. And the cleaner from the school, who is going to be out of work, I've had a conversation with her, and it looks like she's going to be doing that work for me. So it feels really good to be able to serve the community in a very different way whilst serving myself. And so I'm really glad I trusted the universe. So far, I'm sure I'm going to be very glad. So I will try and get one video down there, because I've got to go down there again soon to wait for the broadband man to come and install the broadband, so that I'll have Wi-Fi there, etc, etc. So I'll try and get a video from there for you, so you can see some of the area and see where it is. It's a beautiful area, and I'm very much looking forward to being in nature there and walking. There's some waterfalls nearby called Fairy Falls in Fairy Glen, which is calling me. And there's lots of magical places on the hill, so I'm really looking forward to going and exploring the area as a tourist. It will be wonderful. So this is my weekly message of Hump Day Happiness, a video for you, just to sort of say and inspire and say that no matter how trapped you are, these tools and techniques work. I mean, I could not see a way out, and I walked my talk, I went into meditation, I followed all the tools and techniques that I share on the Seeds of Change program, and I got the message through about the holiday let, and then I did research, and it's just working with the universe has made a massive difference to that situation in my life. And I feel very, very, very grateful to have had the guidance from the universe that I have to do this. And it looks like it's going to be really well received in the community as well, which is magical. So yeah, it's really, really exciting. So if you're feeling trapped, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling as if you don't know which way to turn, I hope I can inspire you by saying there are always different options. It's just that you might be too stressed to see them right now, and that's okay. But just take a, foot off the gas and have a look above and see what else is around there. And if I can help, I would be so honoured to. Just follow the link in my YouTube channel to book an appointment, to have a chat, or go through the online booking link that's bottom of the email. We'll have a chat and see if I can help, because genuinely I walk my talk. Sending you a massive hug with so much love. Kate, mynaturalhappiness.com, helping you go from hamster to happiness, founder of Reading School of Reiki, just surrounding you with a massive hug of love, and just know that you are loved by the universe, and no matter where you are, there is a light. Take care, lots of love.